Stop yelling! You're scaring my Fifi!
Come off your crazed canine! I am Tuxedo Melvin, defender of helpless babesters and...
You wacko kid!
Ow!
Come, Fifi, Mommy will buy you an ice cream.
I'm afraid to ask, Melvin.
I sure showed her, didn't I? Don't worry, Molly. You're safe with Tuxedo Melvin around. Remember
That's funny. What was your favorite episode of this show that you were able to record on?
Oh, definitely Tuxedo Melvin.
Yeah, I just watched it about an hour before I called you.
Oh, did you?
It had me in stitches. To this day, it still has me in stitches. I think I saw it for the first time maybe about like 18, 19 years ago, whenever it first aired, and I still watch it now. And when the lady pulls out the hammer to bang him on the head when the dog is barking at him, it just puts me in stitches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that was like so much fun to do. Because he got to go so many places in that episode. He was the idiot that he usually is, with lacking in social graces. Then he tried to be brave. Then he tried to be romantic with Molly. It was just great, And for an actor to have 30 lines in any episode is like a treasure trove.
Sure.
Because you usually get like 2 or 3 lines. And to have 30 lines is heaven.
When, let's see, I think he only has one appearance in the 3rd season, in the episode where the monster takes his pure heart in that season. That was one of the 2000 year episodes. It seemed like you didn't even miss a beat, like you said about muscle memory. I watched that episode when you're in the bed doing, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, trying to go to sleep, and it's like, he hasn't done this for 2, 3, 5 years. He's still fantastic at it.
Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo! I've got to win that contest some more. I have to be perfect. And there's no better way to achieve that than through sleep and relaxation. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, I've got to relax. 6 sheep, oh boy, I've got to count. 3,053 sheep, 3,054, I've got to fall asleep. I really have to sleep tonight. 3,055 sheep,
No, that's a character that's always going to stick with me. And my students at Niagara College, they keep saying, well, can you do that guy? Because I'm trying to teach them about key phrases and stuff. Oh, and they went, okay, well, so, if you're telling us to do that, let's see you do it. Okay, sure, here, boom. And, they kind of are agape when they go, wow, it's been like 20 years since you did that, you can still do it? And it's like, well, yeah, I'm a professional.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
His chances don't look very good now. Come on, Melvin.
Molly, my favorite redhead, your smile blinds me so much I have to wear sunglasses at night.
Oh, how sweet.
I'm always a total goofball, and I wonder if you think I'm worth the trouble I cause you. I really don't know. But if you do like me, then just give me one smile so I won't feel so dumb. Your eyes on me are like a heat lamp on French fries. What's more, you're the ketchup, too. I'm not very good with the words right now, but just your presence sweetens each day that passes. It's a gift I don't deserve, but I hope you'll go on giving it to me, dear Molly, forever and ever. Please stay my girl.
Oh, Melvin, of course I'll stay.
You mentioned that some of the actors, I think it was Naz made you the lasagna, and Lisa sang to you on your birthday. I mean, these are such, I hesitate to use the word cute, but they're such cute little stories. And Any other stories that you can remember? And I have to mention Kirsten, as sad and tragic as that was, but you seemed very close with her from the stories that you've told me.
She was sex personified. No, she was. She was a really sexy lady. Not necessarily flirtatious or anything. It was just, her that she, exuded sex. And I really envy her husband. And she was just, I don't know, she was just such a neat person, and she was so talented. I mean, her list of accomplishments just goes on and on and on. I mean, she was a master at her craft. And as I said in the book, that the acting community is much less without her.
And the amazing part is at least with Zoisite, the way that she pulled that off. I mean, even as, like I said, a kid, you're like, wow, there's a female bad guy, and I mean, she's kind of dressed like the other ones.
Oh, and she had such a fantastic voice.
Oh, it was great.
Her character of Zoisite was just like spot on. And these little inflections. I remember there was the one episode where she took the gems from Sailor Moon, and that one line was, "Too late, Sailor Moon."
You fools are so easily tricked, it's pathetic.
Give it back! That was mine!
Too late.
And she vanished with the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, how perfect.
Yeah.
That was just the perfect delivery. You couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Any of the other villains, I wrote down Tony Daniels, who I think did Gambit on X-Men as well. He was Jedi, the first bad guy, and the Wise Man, who was the last in the second season. Any stories on him?
He was also part of the Loop group.
Oh, okay.
The one thing I gotta say about Tony is he can do the best baby I've ever heard. Like little wham, wham, wham baby sounds. And interestingly, there was a competition between him and Ron Rubin, who did Artemis, about, who can do the best baby sound? And they were both great. I mean, they sounded so authentic as babies, and they're both big guys, with deep voices, and yet, somehow they're able to elicit these baby sounds from them, and which always, I was in awe.
Yeah. Nephlite was Kevin Lund.
Yeah. In the book, I said we were all a family except for one person.
Oh.
And that was him.
What a vindictive person that creature Zoisite has become. He was also headed to Hollywood for fame and stardom, which never materialized. And we were having real problems with the rhythm band that one day. It just wasn't sinking, and so we had to, have a workaround solution. And he was just like really peed off about this whole thing, and he complained, and like, my time is worth more than this, and it's like, yeah, but buddy, we're all in this together, okay? We're trying to do, a job here. We're trying to make the best series we possibly can, and you're not really helping by complaining and, bad mouthing the equipment and all that stuff. So, yeah, and that's the first time I've actually identified him as the bad guy. And I don't wish him any ill. It's just we had a
Malachite was Dennis Sakayama.
Yeah, Dennis is a really neat guy. I directed him for 2 episodes in, it wasn't Beyblades, it was Metabots.
Okay.
He had a role in Metabots as well. Now, what's interesting here is that I grew up in an area of Toronto called the Beaches, because it's right on the shore of Lake Ontario. It's in the east end of Toronto. And I went to Malvern Collegiate Institute there. And at the time we had 1 black student and 1 Japanese student, and everybody else was white.
Oh, jeez.
And Dennis's cousin, Ian Akiyama, went to Malvern Collegiate when I was there, but he died of leukemia.
Oh.
And then, anyway, my ex-wife was doing a show with her company there on bullying. So I thought, this is great. I can go back to my old alma mater and see everybody and see the diversity of races and nations that are there now. And I was astonished when I walked in there that everybody was still white.
Huh.
And it was like, what is this? Every other school has a huge mixture of races and origins to them. And I mentioned this to Dennis, and he said, yeah, we call it the bleaches.
That's kind of fun.
Because everybody's white.
Sure.
What's wrong with you? Flunk another test?
Nothing like that. I'm just really worried about Molly, you know? She's been totally depressed, and I don't know how to help.
Huh? How about we go over and try to cheer her up?
Yeah, right. Just what she needs, a boring lecture on inchworms.
Boring?
Never mind. All right, we'll go, but 1 boring word and you're lunch meat, okay?
No problem. I've been learning tons of jokes on the internet. I'll be Mr. Entertainment.
You're an alien. You've gotta be.